Thank you, Madam Chair. And Commissioner Shulman, thank you for being here. Last week, the IRS stated that COBRA provisions in the stimulus plan are a top priority, and I understand that one of the outstanding items for the IRS is defining involuntarily terminated to determine that eligibility. When does the IRS expect to issue guidance on this matter that affects COBRA obligations and rights?
We issued the first set of guidance several weeks ago. Today, some Q&As were put, some questions and answers were put up on the website to try to answer a lot more of those pieces. The COBRA provision is one of the most complex for us to administer because right now, when an employer sends their 941 into us, we actually don't have individual taxpayer information. They just do gross employment tax to us. And so it's really the employer is going to have to do all of the true-up with the individuals, which we recognize. I mean, that's the way the law was written. The decision was to provide this medical benefit through the employment tax system. We tried hard to simplify it. Your specific issue, I will check and see if it's on the Q&As that went out today. If not, I can get back to you with the date.
Okay, thank you. And I wanted to ask a question about home-based businesses. For many entrepreneurs running a home-based business, the home office deduction is simply too complex and time-consuming. It's clear that something needs to be done since only 9 million of the nearly 30 million home-based businesses even took that deduction. Is the IRS considering writing new regulations that would make it easier for small businesses to take that deduction?
Yeah, I will tell you, when I said I've started a couple small businesses, the first one I started in my home, and then we moved, and then we put phones in, and then we got employees, et cetera. And so I'm well aware of the complexity of that deduction. I know it's very hard for taxpayers. It's very hard for the IRS. The law is pretty clear about it, and we're trying to administer the law. But I'm interested in, but we're going to have to, these are broader conversations within the administration and with Congress. One is I'd encourage Congress to simplify it and create a safe harbor. But it wouldn't be out of the question for us to at least explore if there's a way to have some sort of safe harbor, because we recognize it's a very complex area of the law.
Great. I want to ask one more question to what Mr. Altmire was asking. With regard, and you may not have these numbers in front of you, I realize, with regard to the flow-through that you were talking about and that $250,000 income threshold, you were addressing the question that you were asked, which was how many total small businesses are there that fall into that category. How many are there that would be over that $250,000 threshold that would actually be subject to that new level of taxation?
I'm going to have to come back to you on that. I mean, I think there's a lot of small business owners, the ones who are fortunate enough to make $250,000. It obviously, if you're a flow-through, it shows up on your individual tax return. So,
you have any idea of the percentage with regard to other businesses?
I don't. I'm sorry, but I can get back to you with those numbers.